to start?
Yeah, man.
Hey, I go by the name of Stanley Boy KMG, and we are the conversation with Danny and Kamu. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on the conversation today, we got a special guest, Kwenisto.
Yeah, man.
It's surprisingly so it's long overdue. One of my friends, when we started, when was it? 2 years back.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what, you must get Kwenisto.
Oh.
Is it not 3 years now?
Yeah, it's 3 years now.
3 years now.
Yeah.
So you are episode 100 now.
Yeah, episode 100. Hey.
And I know it's not easy to do these things.
Otherwise, how are you?
Man, we're trying, we're pushing, we're trying to hustle, we're trying to live.
Yeah.
Just as long as we're breathing and we're moving forward.
Thank you so much for coming through.
No, I had to come.
We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
This time around, I think 2 years, 3 years back.
3 years.
There was a saga in the training.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was quite traumatic.
Yeah.
It was devastating to say the least. But I'm glad we survived. 3 years later, we are still alive. We're still here and we're still pushing, and people still loves us. So the most important thing is that we are still breathing, and the dreams are still valid. The dreams are still alive. That's what is most important. The Bible says, "Forget the former things."
Yes.
And let's focus. The reason why a car has got a bigger windscreen and a smaller rear mirrors, the smaller ones. It shows how important that the past are not important than the way you're going.
The way you're going,
exactly.
Yes. Yeah,
so
that's good.
We are here, 2022. God has helped us. We have survived.
Does this time of the year triggers?
It does, to be honest, it does. When it does the 31st, you remember. You remember every detail. You remember every hour. You remember every minute. What transpired? How were you at that particular time when you were preparing to do that particular show? And it does. It leaves you with trauma, and it's normal. It's natural. When you have been faced with death and everything like that, you won't forget it. Every time. Even the person who has been in an accident, they know how it feels whenever they're in the car and it start to behave like the way it did on that particular day.
Right.
So with me, when it's the 31st every year, I reflect, and it brings back set memories. But I don't regret everything that happened.
That's good. You know what? I was listening to a couple of your interviews, and you've spoken a lot about what happened.
Exactly.
And it's been a while, and I thought, you know what? When I have this guy, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even going to ask us to...
No, but that's how people remember me sometimes.
Yes.
You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
So I think that is the first impression to some of the people, that when they see me, Kwenisto or Monada, Kwenisto, this and this and this.
But I want to ask, before that saga happened, was there ever a time where you were trending? Be it for a good thing or a bad thing?
Yes, I did a lot of things for young people in the province. Not trended in such a way, but I think my work spoke volume. That's why most of the people, they didn't believe those allegations, those things which were said about me. So I think, I won't say trending, but I will say I will trigger into people's minds every time when my name is mentioned, because of the little things that I've done for the community, for my people, and for the listeners as well. I used to be very handy when I was on air. I was not only on air. I used to go out of the studio, go and touch people's lives. So in such a way, I would say that was my trending. When people mention Kwenisto, they didn't know me only on radio. They knew that I would go out and use my money to help somebody. I'm one of the young people who helped young people. I think over 50 young Nyaope addicts in the province before that one. So I've rehabilitated so many young people whom I took from the street, Nyaope addicts. I brought them back into life, gave them the second chance, and some are pastors, some are owning companies, some are, some relapsed and they died, but I won't blame myself for that. But I did my best before that one.
Before that. But with regards to the situation of you and Monada, when you were still in Thobela FM, you've made peace with the situation.
Yes.
They had tea together.
Yes, we had tea together.
So did the situation between Malema and Jacob Zuma actually the one that triggered the whole, or you felt like it was the right time to call?
It did. I think I'm grateful for Julius and Jacob Jacob for what they did, because I always wanted to make peace with King, and I always wanted to actually bury the hatchets. And it came at the right time, and it was actually the right time even for. Yeah, I was still saying, you know, I think it came at the right time, and I'm grateful for that, because at that particular time, I always wanted to make peace with that, and then I always wanted to talk to him, but I don't know. I was not sure how ready he was, because he was the most hurt person in the whole Saga. So I was not sure whether he healed from that, he moved on from that, you know, and then I wanted to give him a space actually to heal, because people will heal differently. And I don't know. At that particular time, where I was just trying my luck to say, let me check if he has actually moved on from those lies and from whatever happened.
So, do you think that radio station, which I'm not gonna say the name,
Yeah. Why don't you say it?
It's
We all know
Thobela
it's
FM.
Thobela.
It's Thobela FM.
Yeah. Thobela FM actually dealt with this situation very well, because when you explained your story, it actually made more sense compared to what people were
I think they
saying.
didn't. I think they could have done much better. I feel like they owe me, you know, an apology, just to say sorry to me, you know, in the manner in which they dealt with it, because I think they threw me under the bus, you know. I was thrown under the bus in terms of they didn't actually explain to people what happened, and for them, for not renewing my contract, it actually gave people the wrong message, you know, to say actually this guy did it, you know, because some people, they don't know that my contract was coming to an end, and for them not to renew it, it actually said to the people, this guy did what they say he did, you know, and the manner in which they dealt with it, I think they could have done better, but sometimes I don't blame them. I think they were under pressure as well to deal with the situation. I think, you know, blaming them as well, I don't know. But I believe they could have done much better.
Yes.
They could have dealt with the situation much better.
So,
you know.
would you go back if they call you in?
For now, I'll only go back for my listeners. But personally, radio has hurt me so much. So that I don't even miss it. I've got opportunities in front of me. I've got energy. They've put down the offer. I've got other radio stations. They came as well, Moleji FM. They want me to start immediately. I can start tomorrow, but I feel like I don't miss radio. You know, radio has hurt me so much in such a way that going back, I feel like I'm gonna be opening my old wounds. You know, going back to Thobela, yes, I would go, because listener still needs me. Yeah.
Right.
It really broke you as a person, eh? Like it broke
It did.
you,
It did.
shattered.
Yeah, it did a lot, because I'm still gonna be known as that guy who did 1, 2, 3 on radio, and it's not fair for me and my family.
So, what's your take in this year's Song of the Year in Thobela FM? Is it the Kukune?
Yes.
Are you happy
Yeah.
with it?
And people must understand. I think even radio stations, they must actually have a show where they are teaching people what is a Song of the Year and what does it mean, because there are still people who think when your song is playing at 12 o'clock, you are getting a lot of money, and they still believe that they are voting for you, and that is not the honest truth. The honest truth is that the song that is played at 12 o'clock, it is being selected by the committee and the music compilers. It is not done by the public. Can only give an opinion in regard to that, but their word is not final. Remember, there were two songs here. We've got a song that is actually taking us to another year. Then there is a SABC Song of the Year. SABC Song of the Year is the song that is being voted by all radio stations, 18 of them. So it is the song that will play after it will play after that song, and then it will play in all radio stations. So each and radio station can choose which song they want to play at 12 o'clock. It is not public's choice, decision to play the song at 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, the committee sit down with the music compilers, the programs manager, all the stakeholders of the radio station that is actually controlling the content.
Yes.
Then they decide we are going to play the Kuku at 12 o'clock. Why? Because it is the most vocal song and most big popular song at that particular time.
Yeah.
But the station will release 10 songs that they say this one is for SABC Song of the Year. It is the song that you vote for all radio stations that must play after we've played the song that we play for crossing the years. So I think they're not even doing well in actually teaching the listeners about that. Listeners are still in limbo in how actually Song of the Year.
I also did not know
exactly, you know. And I thought my Saha was a great opportunity for them to teach people, to dedicate at least 1 hour to say, guys, this is how. And they must repeat this kind of content because it divides people. You can tell now.
Yeah, it does.
It brings tribalism.
Then what happened to that song at Ukhozi FM?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People who don't understand, they will say Ukhozi is wrong for playing cloning. And they don't know. If you check the radio charts and the radio monitor, that it has been played a lot of time. And just because people are always listening to Thobela, Mungana and Pala Pala, Capricorn, Energy this side, they don't know what's going on. Yes. We have our own King Monada this side. They've got their own Maskandi people. They love their Maskandi artists
and I think it's
as much as we love our Bolo house.
I think it's not the first time it happened. Remember, it happened with that song of
Sobulela Fanda. Exactly.
Yes.
It can happen. There is a Shuno Mtakala. If you check Shuno Mtakala, it's more popular in that area of KZN. But when you can bring Shuno Mtakala to Zanini, they won't even relate. Just because we don't know Cloney does not mean she's not good. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Exactly.
I think we should just be educated, especially for the listeners to radio. People need to be educated on this is how it operates.
Exactly.
It's not a matter of people vote for that particular person. It's the station.
We need to teach people that 3 fundamentals of a radio station is to inform, is to educate, is to entertain. Those are the 3 main fundamentals. But the education one is not there anymore. When you listen to radio, you just hear a recycled content. We know what is January. On radio, the topic will be what is your resolutions. In February, you know, it's Valentine. Come March, it's human rights. Come May, it's workers. So it is just the repetition of content every year and every year, and that is what is killing radio.
Is it the role of the radio or the role of the presenters?
It's the role of radio because remember, radio station they've got what we call monthly plans and weekly plans, and when you plan your content with the producers and the executive producer is the gatekeeper. He must still know there's something wrong with our content. The reason why podcasts such as this are taking over from radio, it is because radio is now boring. Radio, the content is no longer relevant. It is the repetition. But if you listen to this kind of conversation that we are having, they are raw, they are real, they are relevant. You know, your McG, they're taking over. It is because their content is not propaganda. You know, it is not filtered. It is something that is actually real. People can relate to it. People can relate to Kwenisto. People can relate to Danny.
Yes. But now tell me, so it's been how long out of Thobela FM?
3 years now.
3 years now. Yeah. What have you been doing? I saw that you were program manager at Unisa FM.
Yes, I had a 1 contract there, but when COVID hit us, they had not to renew the contract. And then I had to come back this side. You know, I've been doing events recently, and I think I've been doing so well because throughout the year I've been working. I've been able to support my family. We've been able to put the bread on the table.
And I once saw an article that you are a content program manager for Limpopo TV. How did that go?
TV, man. Limpopo TV was a scam. It was a scam. I regret for joining that TV station. It's so bad, you know. I came back here excited, but the people who were in the front, they were not honest with us. They were not transparent. I don't know, maybe they wanted money from the government or what, but there was no honesty in that, and that's what actually killed the TV station. It is
but it's still existing at the moment.
Nah.
It's not.
People must not lie.
No, but I normally see them going live.
They're on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, you are still on Facebook. Is it operating? No. It is dead.
Really?
So you're no longer part of Limpopo TV?
I've been there for 3 months and then I left.
And then there's this other not a guy who sent you a WhatsApp and posted it on Facebook and was like, you didn't give him attention because he wanted to be part of Limpopo TV.
Yeah, we have crazy people. He was one of those people. He's crazy, that one. I don't give attention to such people.
Yeah. But tell me, what was the initial plan for Limpopo TV? Was it gonna be going live on TV,
Yes.
or it was just a Facebook thingy?
Limpopo TV, like I say, I believe it was just a scam of some kind, because when we were roped in, the plans were there. The investors brought in money, and there were plans to put it on a live TV.
Mm-hmm.
We had shows which were supposed to be live, like a morning drive show. But I think the person who actually started the station and believing that he's going to switch it on, it was based on him knowing. You see this channel, Chakareke.
Dumisa TV.
No, Chakareke. It's on Dumisa. There's this channel, Jaba Ruti by the prophets.
Oh, yeah.
Those
When
ones,
you have to
actually,
put in the beats
those
or something.
numbers,
The
a lot of numbers.
yes.
It was one of those. There was no proper channel, because a proper channel is expensive at multi-choice.
Yes.
So
no, I see those ones.
we were made to believe, or we were gonna go to to have a channel, and it was a scam.
Yeah, it did not happen.
It didn't happen.
Shame, man. But did you at least get paid
No,
for like that?
no, they still owe me.
In fact,
That's what I'm saying. It's a scam.
for sure they owe you.
They owe me.
For even saying you are a program and a content
You see,
manager
you
there.
see.
They owe you a lot of money.
Well, I've been used in this industry for so many times.
And the worst part,
Did you create content for Limpopo TV?
I did. There were shows that we shot. There were shows which I created. There were shows which were coming. We went out. We shot. There was a content in that office, but there's no more office. But in those computers, Jabba.
and the worst part about it is, like, if you check their numbers on Facebook, they're actually doing great. I think they're sitting at 30-something K followers there.
Yeah.
I think people actually they were so excited, especially Limpopo people.
Exactly.
Limpopo people, one thing about them is that they're very supportive.
Very.
So they were very excited.
When they see their thing,
Eh.
the reason why you see the likes of Skim Saba are losing viewers is because now they've changed the contract. It has moved from Limpopo to. It is now dominated by other tribes, and now people from Limpopo, they feel like it is no longer ours. People of Limpopo, they are very entitled. Like they've got this thing of ownership. They want to own things, and when they see that things, they support. That's
And I
why.
think that's the reason why your bolo music is
Exactly,
going very well.
because it is ours.
It is ours. Yeah.
The reason your pleasure are big, your makazi are big, is because Limpopo people will support you. They don't care with the content, but as long as you are saying I'm from Limpopo, they will be there for you.
Now let's talk about you. Why do you call yourself Minister of the Youth? Minister of...
Oh yeah, man. The name came from. It was motivated by this guy on radio. I used to listen to Monada FM when I was growing up, and there was this guy Nakedi, Malumi Nakedi. He calls himself Malumi Nakedi. Then he used to call himself the Minister without portfolio. And looking at my job at that time when I was still at Thobela FM, I thought, okay, Thobela, and I'm helping young people, and there is no such portfolio or such department in the country. And the work that I'm doing, it actually requires me, it's a self-proclaimed name. I gave it to myself to say, I am the minister because I'm ministering to young people. My content, my acts are all about young people. Then that's when I called myself Minister of Young People.
Yeah. Is that the reason why even now you're doing Kwenisto?
Yes.
But you must just give me one.
But Kwenisto came as a joke, man. I didn't plan.
You know what? It must be your task, for this year. Yeah. The first person that you're going to give me to, I'll let it be me.
Yeah. No, I thought you guys you're a couple. You're doing things together.
We're family.
You're family?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's great.
So such a film mode. Okay. You know what? Talking about youth, I want us to talk a bit about Little Meri.
Yeah, man.
May his soul rest in peace.
May his soul rest in peace.
He was a good guy. I did not know him. I don't want to lie.
No.
But as soon as I heard about his death, I started listening to his music. When I was doing research about you, I saw that you used to post a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot, a whole of last year, you were busy on him, you know. Even when you were making the charts of the songs that you were listening to, your playlist, it's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
Where did you meet the guy?
I first met the guy on Facebook. There was this guy who posted his short video, Young Wanawamut, when he was singing there, and I was like, who's this young man? And I started following his music, and I thought, man, this guy is something unique we don't have in the province, or actually in the entire country. You know, his music was, is still actually different, unique, and he spoke to me.
Yes.
And I could relate. And I started following them, the Bad Company, even him, and then I found him to be very relevant to our current situation that we as young people are actually facing, because Lil Meri was actually addressing issues or challenges that he was faced with, and he was making them into songs, because Bad Company is been known to be a traveling group in that area. They've been in and out of jail, you know, and him being associated with them, I wanted to understand why now they're doing music, and I only supported them because they promised me that they stopped doing those things, you know, and they wanted to focus on changing themselves. That's when I supported them to say, you know, I actually myself, I don't believe in what we call good Samaritans or good people, because those people, they don't need help. I actually I will go to the lowest people in the community to be friend with. Those who are neglected, those who are not wanted, that's where you'll find me. So them being, you know, avoided by the public talking bad about them, I wanted to show them that if we can give these people a chance again in life to bring back into our community, they can actually change and even motivate others who are doing, you know, those bad things to actually change and change themselves and change the people around them. So his music, I found it to be very relevant and very nice. That's why I supported him.
And there was a long post that you once posted where you're talking about him, that he must leave the record label, his managers are bad influence.
Yeah.
Where was that coming from?
It was coming from love. I was warning him out of love, because at that particular time, he was actually going too far with what he was doing, because he was no longer taking, you know, going to his gigs, and then the rumors that he's smoking, you know, nyaupe and everything like that, actually broke my heart. You know, I was crying. I literally cried to hear such things, because I saw him. I met him. I was emceeing the Zebediela Music Awards. It was on Friday, I remember.
Oh yes.
The 5th of December, if I remember very well. Or not actually that. It was actually the 18th. The 18th, because 18th. I wrote the status on the 19th.
I remember it was in the same week with that conca in Polokwane or something like
exactly.
that. Yes, it was that.
Then when I said so, the young man came for rehearsal. But before he could go on stage, he had to leave because the craving were too much. That's why I saw this thing is serious. And I cried. I wanted to help him. I wanted him to be away from those friends, because they didn't help him with anything. They just wanted to kill his career. They just wanted to kill him. And maybe now they're happy wherever they are, because I think whoever planned the whole thing, I don't believe in Tatuamudimu, whatever thing they saying. Lil Meri was supposed to be still alive.
He was a star.
He was a star. And David feared him. He knew that this young man
Who's
gonna...
David?
I mean, what?
He said who feared him?
David.
David, who's David?
Satan.
Oh, devil. I thought you were talking about something else.
No, devil feared him.
Oh, devil is.
Yeah, and Satan saw, or no, this young man is going to go far. This young man is going to... Whatever happened to him was not natural. It has got a hand of a human being. And I'm saying this out of no fear. Because I know Lil Meri was supposed to be still alive. Lil Meri, what happened to him, as a tattoo.
And I think he was going far.
Very far.
Like he was.
And the reason why even bigger artists didn't want to help feature him, it was because they feared him. You know what happened with that song, Yama Shupin?
Yeah,
that's my
Kamo's favorite.
That song, Lil Meri initially was not part of that song. Lil Meri, when he got to the studio, that song was finished, done and dusted. Then he listened to that song and he said, can I add something? They said, Mara, we are done with the song. I said, nah, just give me a chance. And he went on, they said, no, 10 minutes. He wrote something within 10 minutes. That paragraph was written in 10 minutes. That stanza of his, Yona yo, yela morao, kibekisi bujije, kinali move on. Again, get mover, you will wampale. Enkirigia Foster, Yale Zambalela. Agrele Namakabele, Joy Puma, Bija. Now I change the game. Kiboyela Mashubini.
You know the lyrics,
It's a beautiful song, and that's when I saw one. This guy's talented. I lost big time when I lost that young man. I lost more than anyone.
Do you sometimes blame yourself, or maybe you could have just done better?
I don't blame myself. I think I did what I was supposed to do. I did my best, and I think beyond that was just out of my control. Yeah, I don't blame myself.
Now, immediately after the funeral, I just don't remember who was that person, you know. Maybe you've seen it, but they've shared this other post where now I feel like they were blaming, especially a lot of people that were there, celebrities that were there. You guys even took a pictures, you know. That person was going as far as saying no one wanted to help the guy, you know. People just came there to just show faces, to promote themselves, to promote their music. In fact, that guy was Lil Meri was a threat to them. Even that on that status, he even mentioned the fact that Monada and Kwenisto just left when they were going to the graveyard. You know, I think he also mentioned Lil Meri was cut short when he was speaking, and I even saw that video. Yeah. So my question is that, in that regard, do you feel like you, as a person that known him, and other people that you associate with that are big within the bolo music, do you think they've done enough to actually help the guy? You know, apart from just talking about him and, you know, blaming other people.
I think it will be unfair to actually expect more from people. People have got their own lives. People have got their own choices in life. So it won't help us to point fingers, to say Kwenisto should have done this, Kwenisto should have done this. And I think Kwenisto is the brother of those boys in Bulubedu. All of them. All of them. Actually, Kwenisto, Bulubedu, they're so fortunate to have him. And I don't think if they understand that, because he's the brother. He carries them on his shoulders. Every time they go sideways, he brings them back. And to expect more from him and Monada, I think it is just unfair on them, because they've got their own lives as well. They've got their own program of life. And blaming them, I don't think it's fair, because we don't know where were they going after that. Because I also had to leave after I emceed the first part. I didn't go to the graveyard because I had it was December, remember?
Yes.
We were all busy. We have got gigs everywhere, and
I think
so I also had to leave because I had Miss Muleji to prepare for, you know. And I think it is unfair to actually expect more than what we have given to the family.
Because I think that's the reason why that post was actually talking on that regard. To say people even left just immediately when the first service was done.
I think something about us as fans, we have self-entitlement.
Exactly.
Like we're very entitled to
exactly.
People have lives.
Yeah.
Like Okmana make Mutarle no you know. Run yourself Okmana Marsha now but you will never go.
You know,
nobody will come and complain.
And for guys like Monada, those guys, they charge to perform, but if they came to perform for free at your funeral or at your family, they actually gave your family more than 50K just to be there to perform, you know. So we must appreciate that they were there than to blame them.
And also, even if he chose to stay there and not attend event he was booked for, if he was booked on that particular day, people will still complain.
Yes, they were going to say, he didn't come to our event, you know, forgetting that they wanted him to stay.
One thing that I've noticed about you, you're a very knowledgeable person, you know. As I was following you, I realized, do you feel like you still have a lot to learn?
I don't regard myself as such. You know, I'm just an average guy.
Nah, man.
I'm just an average guy. I'm more of a. I read, and I'm a good crammer.
I'm worried. What's that to cram in radio though?
I mean,
no. It's in radio. It's creativity. You know, when I've got this thing in me, I can create something out of nothing. But I don't regard myself as the most knowledgeable person. I think
you should just take that credit.
Okay, maybe. Okay. No. You know. Because
imposter syndrome.
Because you know sometimes
that's our sickness.
Some people, you know, I've been described in many ways. Some will say I'm a celebrity. Some will say I'm knowledgeable. And I just see some guy from Malaysia who's actually confident. I'm just confident.
Yeah.
And I'm confident.
Right.
That's why I people think I'm knowledgeable. I'm intelligent. I don't see myself as such. I have confidence.
How was it when you went to Thobela FM? How was the fame there? Have you ever experienced that fame?
Yes, and I still do. You know, when you go to places, people want to take pictures with you. Sometimes you don't even bath.
How was it? How was it with ladies there?
Ladies were they still do though. You know, with ladies, when I was young, when I joined Thobela FM, man, ladies were just coming, and at that time I was just, you know, taking, and but there's no satisfaction in that. When you grow, when you mature, you learn. But these things, you will sleep with this one, thinking that you will get satisfaction or maybe fulfillment of some thought. You come back empty every time, because sleeping with too many people actually drains you, even your energy, even your ability, even your talent, even everything that God has given you. It just goes away, you know. As you mature, you learn to say, no, but I must take it. I must just, you know, have someone that I settle and I come back home to. That you will call your girlfriend.
Do you have any celebrities that you had your chance with?
Yes. Guys, the names of the people.
Do we know the person?
Some you know them, but my previous, before the previous girlfriend was on Generation. I won't say the name. And
ladies, they are not proud of you.
No, I am. But the thing is, now we are done. And what if they say they come back and claim, no, I don't know you. And
plus maybe they are married.
They are married,
like that,
and you know. But we I used to date. I even dated the ex-girlfriend of Kama Billiard, but I won't say who. You must just go and find out.
Okay.
Yeah. That was why that lady was beautiful. She was hot.
Hey.
She was so fucking hot.
Are you at the point where you're ready to settle down? Like,
yes. Yo, I wish I can. I do have boys. I do have 2 boys.
Okay. That's nice.
So
you're already very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Maybe.
Yeah. I want us to talk about, there was once a video that you did, where you spoken about Chepi.
Yes.
Yes, remember that video where you were addressing what about and we should be out here talking about houses and investments and everything. Why that video?
No, that video. You know that video. Even the guys from that side, I think they didn't understand what I was trying to address. because they thought I'm attacking them. I was not attacking anyone there. What I was saying there was that, guys, Sikukuni is dropping every year when coming to matric results. And all you guys do is to come on Facebook with, I've bought a 15,000 trouser. I've got Gabriel Pantala 8,000. But you know, your younger brothers are not doing well at school. We are going to have a problem. They are going to steal those clothes one day. You know, let's fix the foundation. The foundation is the education. I'm not saying don't wear those clothes. It's your money. It's your choice. I wish I can afford them. Unfortunately, I'm not able to afford them. And even if I did, I was not going to come and you know, shine in front of the people to say I'm wearing a t-shirt here 20,000. Whereas there is a problem in my community. My people in community, the community is dying. The level of education in my community is going down. It's dwindling. It's always number msela. And I was saying, guys, how about maybe you invest those things into something like programs to education? Go to school. Even if you guys are not educated, you are still relevant. You can still go to them and tell them, guys, now some of us, we made it difficult to the top. Go to school, guys. You can still go to schools and motivate kids even if you are not educated. You get my point? So my point there was that there are better issues that we can actually address.
But that culture is one culture that you mustn't mess with. Chepi is one. Yes, like they just love themselves.
But what is it giving us back?
I think we tend to forget the word, the code, the phrase actually. It takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah, we do, because if it is giving back to my community, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. We go there every year with the MECs. We try to alleviate this illiteracy in the community. But if we're not being helped by even the people from that particular side, I don't see us growing as a province. Yeah.
So there's better issues that we must address.
Yeah, man. Let's change the way we do things. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, those boys, when they're not gonna be affording those clothes, what are they gonna turn to? They're gonna steal. Yeah, they will steal.
Because education is being affected already.
Exactly. Yeah. So now they can't be on your level, and ladies, they only see them. What they wanna be in the eyes as well. They will end up coming and breaking into our houses so that they can afford the same life.
Wait. I saw this morning you've posted top 10 of young artists
to look up to for 2022.
And I want to ask you this: as a musician, do you think radio is still beneficial?
It is, because radio is still one of the most affiliated organization to your SAMRO and other music rights, royalties. In terms of royalties, because whenever they play, they're gonna pay you. I think only there. But radio is no longer blowing artists. It's no longer breaking artists into the limelight. Social media does. So radio is still relevant and it is still important. People must not think that because the listenership is going down, then the radio is no longer playing a big role. Back in the days, because we didn't have other options, music and your Spotify, other SoundCloud and other things, yes, radio used to play those part, but now the cake is becoming smaller. Even radio must change the way they do things in terms of promoting musicians. You get my point? So I still believe that radio is still important in musicians' life, but not to break you into the limelight.
Your top 10, are you basing it on what? Like the top 10 that
my personal experience with those particular artists. Not in terms of everybody. That's why I said mine, and I emphasize the mine to say this is mine.
But do you show on that top 10 we're gonna have a star there?
There's so many stars there. Yes. There's so many stars there, because if you check all those young people, people don't know them.
Yes.
And I've realized that I've got an eye to spot talent. I've spotted the likes of Benza when they could become into the your Master KG before they could become big. when we introduced Monada, this side of the province, you know, Monada was still that side of Bulubedu only. And then we actually made other people this side to say, hey, there is a young king. Yeah. So I think in that particular, I think it is the role that we're playing to say, hey, watch out for this and this and this. And I've seen the respond. Every time I go live with somebody's song that they don't know people on Facebook, if 200 people are going to watch, at least 50 people will go and look for that song. That's how you promote people. That's how you make contribution to other people's lives. So, and I don't take that light, because every time I see a young person with the potential, I tell people about her or him. And that's how you actually contribute to the society.
Wait. You don't even have to be unready.
No. You can still do it with your 100 people followers, likes on your page. You can tell them 100 people. If 20 see that, 5 people will actually follow. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Do you go to church?
Yes.
Which church?
Church on the Hill.
Church on the Hill.
Yeah. This year, Dalmada, you know, at the circle. They call it the Conca Church of Polokwane. No,
Is the papers? Is the money?
No. I don't know. Maybe because seems like it's a glamorous church because of the people who goes there, and the church is beautiful. It is been taken care of.
Yeah.
The people who go there.
Get to mention the cars as well.
we're wearing Mr. Price clothes, you know.
Nothing is wrong with this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, people think, because the reason why they're calling us a Conca church is because they think we're wearing expensive clothes, and it is just the clothes of the Lord.
Is it the church that you grew up in?
No. I grew up in a very strict church in Mulej, under Pastor Mavila.
Oh, okay.
That's the man who made us actually, who actually groomed us to be the men that we are today. Because from Sunday school, we were beaten up. Until I went to varsity. I think varsity messed me up. Yeah, because when I got there, I started drinking, you know, seeing ladies. Pella, I always tell people, don't think or people who are nagi joli, because you are still koma hamatipan or maybe go hamashashan. You still gonna go out? Utobana maswati boy. Utobana maswati. So I always tell people, Oscar were faster because I'm not dijo. Because some people are just fasting because there's no food. There's no choice. But go out, brother man. Then you're faster while the fridge is full. Then I'll know that you're fasting.
Yeah.
Don't fast because there's no food. Because so it doesn't work like that.
Hey man, you know what? But do you still go and visit the church at home?
Yes.
You still go and visit?
Whenever I meet my pastors in town, I met them last month, and they gave me a cold drink to say, we still do the huggies. We are still cool. When I'm home, I do visit them. I see them. Yeah.
Do you still do help with Kwenisto on Monday?
I'm doing it, but I stopped because some people are taking advantage of it. You know, we found that so many people are using it to benefit themselves. Somebody will just come and say, I don't have what, just to scam people.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm not killing it. I didn't want to scam. Yeah, scams. So I think I'm still trying to find a new way.
From Limpopo TV.
You see, so the thing is, you know, I'm trying to find a way to make it even more safe. Because some people were reporting my posts whenever. I remember there was a post where I was blocked for 30 days. The lady wanted to give away the child, and she was looking for those numbers. The message was saying, Kwenisto, I'm looking for that number. I'm pregnant. I don't want this child. Then when I posted it, somebody reported it as human trafficking or child trafficking. You know, illegal adoption of children.
Yeah.
Then I was like, guys, how pathetic are you? How many how do you report such? Eish.
But it's crazy how
People are
social
crazy.
media somehow. I don't really think people are that crazy. I feel like some of the things when you talk about them, when
Yeah.
they're from your side, you might think like they're as good as they are. But when someone read them, like you're like, is it like this? Like people interpret things differently.
Exactly.
Yeah, people interpret.
Yeah,
things-
no. But we have got so many sad people. I've realized that people are empty inside and they're using other people to fulfill themselves. And when they see you and they think these likes that we get on social media are actually giving us bread. And I'm like, how pathetic are you?
Yeah.
The likes on Facebook are like Cheleta Monopoly. It is not real, man. Stop being jealous.
Yeah.
And this thing of mine of saying I'm the most booked MC, I think it actually talk about buyer offside. And I just wanted to tell them today to say, guys, we are not getting money. But 500 they are cold drink. The 6-pack yeah, savannah. That's what we are getting. Then we are not getting money. Don't think we are making money here. We are not. They are not paying us. Are you satisfied now? I'm sure you are now. Petrol. What's again? It's pathetic. People are sad. People are empty
People
inside.
are empty, yeah, they are. You know?
No, people are empty. They see you, Danny, doing this. They say, Danny, 2-minute podcast.
Yeah.
Conversation. What am I supporter G? They will hate you for this.
For sure.
Just to say, no, you are 800 episode.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
I'm like, no, guys, don't be that pathetic.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why it's gonna take time for us, especially as black people,
Yo.
to actually make it.
Exactly.
You know, because sometimes we just hate on stupid things. Stupid things.
And we forget, but every boat only slice saga.
Yes.
And me helping you to get your slice does not mean that I'm not gonna get mine. The problem we think, in order for me to go up, I must sabotage Kwenisto. I must sabotage Steny. You know, I must press Steny so that I can go up. Forgetting that actually, when I pick up Steny to the top, I'm also going up as well.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
But no, with blacks, now we rather not all of us. You know, that satisfaction that you get when your friends fails as well, after you failed.
Yeah.
We think we are
think
good,
that,
yeah, especially the no one is going there. We measure our success based on our friends, and we're forgetting that staying on a question paper, I've got mine. I'm not the same. Our path will never be the same, you know.
And it goes even both ways. Even even the people that we help by long or baba sharp. Everyone of them must never think or rebel sharp, then they have to be there alone.
Exactly.
You know, it's not necessary that we make an appointment with you to say if you are alone, then you must help her. But I'm just thinking about it in a sense. They are no longer even considering you.
Yeah, some are no longer even, they're blue ticking us.
They are blue ticking you.
I will not mention names.
But what I'm trying to say is that you create that thing. Imagine if you live with those kind of people. How are you gonna even help another person?
You won't.
You know, in all of these people, I'm not saying people owe me, but it is heartbreaking to see. I know most of the people might be shocked if I tell them that Master KG is blue ticking me now.
Master KG what?
It's blue ticking me.
Oh, Master KG.
Yes. I'm not saying he owes me or anything.
Yeah.
But to see him no
I think
longer.
maybe he has a lot of WhatsApps now. He has a lot of WhatsApp.
Yeah,
I mean, like from your side, if I have 30, when you probably have 300 WhatsApp that you haven't responded. My Master KG probably has, remember, 20 something.
Let's just say he's too busy.
He's too busy.
Oh, yeah, no, he's busy.
He's too busy for you.
Okay.
Too busy.
No, he's busy.
For you.
He's touring the world. He's in Jerusalem. He's not around. No, he's.
I love it.
Maybe he's no longer around. Maybe but it shows what. And I've learned from that to say the people that you've been there for, they don't owe you a shit. They don't owe you anything.
Now, honestly speaking, I would like to disagree on that one. I think we're adults. The least you could do is just tell me, or I'm not going to do it. Don't have me hanging. We're adults. We can communicate. Take responsibility. Yes, I've done things for you. I'm not saying repeat them on cliche but also be there for me.
You think so?
No,
but he didn't just said something very important. He said, if I help you, come. You must go and help somebody else copy.
All I'm saying is that I'm helping you and I need help. Help me too. What?
No, I'm not obliged.
No, you're not obliged.
I'm not forced, Baba. I'm international.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That makes people believe or it's things like this that make people believe or I give expectations for now. People manipulate people based on those things. People gaslight people based on those things. I cannot be there for you and you fail to be there for me. That's impossible. You are an adult. Tell me, or I'm not gonna.
No, I don't owe you.
You don't owe me.
Did I come and say help me? No. I did that out of love, out of helping somebody.
Like if people I didn't ask you to love me. I didn't ask you to be there for me.
Who forced you?
For me. Nobody forced you.
It hurts, but it's life.
Basic humor. What's this? It's basic respect. It's simple.
Nah, KMG.
You should just be a human being.
And what's about the worst part about that thing, as much. Let's take for example, Kwenisto is like this now. Whether you probably help Kwenisto 10%, and then I've helped him with like 60%.
But my 10% doesn't necessarily mean 10% on it. It might be 80%.
But that's what I'm saying. As soon as he has made it, this guy, he will be so busy to even think about your 10%.
No.
You know what the 60% yes did.
If you must like just have spending message on your head, you have every right to get hurt.
But what's in for him? What's in for him?
You'll heal. One day there will be someone who try or reach out. No man, I need help with this, and I know for sure that you can assist. And that person is giving you a blue tick. You will heal from that, and that person will come back. Even if I were in Formula or known too, but he or she will come back and not need our call. They always do. Trust me,
it's like you know what you're saying. It's like when you break up with somebody and you wish them bad luck. It won't happen.
It don't feel like that.
This is not a breakup. This is not a breakup. It's I pull up for you. The least you could do is also do the same. But if you cannot, let me know. That's why let's communicate. We are adults.
So when you say what is happening to or one blue tea?
I go on this day. That's then born like the battery. Yeah, BlackBerry. Nampile no na iPhone J3. I can phone. I'm
okay. I think your point is very clear. But I think it is based as well, maybe because we were not friends. We were just colleagues in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
And maybe I expected a lot from him and from other people who have been acting like that, and because sometimes we over expect from people, and then we think we are too important in other people's lives than they actually see us.
That's the thing.
There are some people who actually, when they see Kwenisto, they think, when I want Kwenisto, I got to do it in beach. And find out now like and it is sad to those particular people because you might find they gave you from their last cents, whatever love they gave you, because sometimes if I have got 10 rand and his Dennis got 120 rand, then he gives you 50 rand and I give you 10 rand. I think as the person who gave you 10 rand, I gave you more because I gave you my last.
Your last, yes.
Yes.
Or when it goes back to 10%, like, you don't know what 10% hey.
Mara, that's what I'm saying. The problem is the person that you give that money to. Not from my side, I'm gonna think, when I'm feeling 50. I can't. No.
Yeah, or 50k.
Yeah, 150k. No, because I don't know where it's coming from. Your 10 rand, I don't know where it's coming from. I probably out just saying, I knew you had money, but instead of I'm 50 rand, don't feel like 10 rand.
Yeah, it's like ladies who actually they think that boyfriends are broke because what he can afford is 50 rand, and there's a guy who can give him. Who can give 10,000.
That boyfriend needs to communicate and say, no touching it to I don't have 6 senses, I only have 5. Or then someone will give me 10 rand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to that 10 grand. He doesn't want to.
Okay.
Kwenisto, thank you so much for joining us.
This was so nice. Okay, thank you so much, man.
No, it's been 56 minutes now. It's been long now.
Yeah, man.
We thank you so much. What are you working on now? Like, what are you busy with at the moment?
I'm bringing in a new podcast. This year, Polokwane Gossip. I'm gonna be gossiping about you guys.
Okay.
Around Polokwane. That's what we want to pursue into. But I'm releasing my book this year.
That's
That is
great.
the most important project. Tell it all. My death.
Is it Tell It On?
Tell It All is a book that is telling it all.
Oh,
The name
how
of the
do you
book,
know
The
it?
name of the book is My Death, My Funeral, My Resurrection. I'm telling it how I died, how I survived, and how I'm actually making a comeback.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'm coming back on radio. Which one I will decide very soon.
That's
I am coming back on radio. Those are the 3 things that I'm going to be focusing on this year. And besides, I'll just be continuing with my normal project of helping people, helping young people, and also giving a hand where it is necessary.
That's good.
So Kwenisto is still going to be the Kwenisto that they know, but this year we're doing everything. If you see me get chemu, just know I'm hustling. If you see me, get by the toilet, don't be surprised. Doing everything for money this year. Yeah.
How do you know Noko? Noko Mulot?
Noko is my buddy. We work together at Thobela.
Okay.
Yes, and he's my homie as well. He's
That's
part
nice.
of when the same WhatsApp group actually. We're brothers. He's
Yeah.
my cloth man.
He's one guy I always tell people that he got the conversation covered. And I've never met him, you know that?
Is it?
Yeah.
You must meet him. He came back. He was in Cape Town. He
Yeah,
came
he
back
was in
yesterday.
Cape Town.
He came back yesterday.
He's one guy I've never met,
He's
but I
around.
know.
Yeah, he came back yesterday. Yes.
We must actually meet him.
He's
He's actually most of our interviews that we did, I got the people from him.
Yeah.
Like
he knows.
Yeah, he knows a
newsmakers.
lot of people.
You know the funniest part about Noga is how he approached us on Facebook.
Okay.
The message that he sent us on the conversation page, I remember then and I was so shocked, like, who's this guy?
Oh,
And
yeah?
like, do you remember the message?
No, I
If
don't
you
remember.
don't remember, I'll show you. But he ever since then we built a very strong relationship.
No, he's a media guru. He knows PR. He knows how to maneuver. Around. Yeah.
That's great, man. Kwenisto, thank you so much.
Guys.
What is one thing that you wish the youth can take into this year, especially the youth in Limpopo?
Young people, we are dying. The biggest mistake young people are making is to think that we still have time. We don't have time.
Yeah.
We don't have time. That is the biggest mistake. As we enter into 2022, young people, we don't have time. You might die tomorrow. You might not be there next week. Kwenisto might not be there next week. After meeting him at Chisanyam or somewhere, because it pops with it today, tomorrow, whatever. So what I'm trying to say to young people, don't postpone to start. If you don't have that degree, start today. If you don't have that relationship that you want, start today. If you don't have that particular business on the ground, the best time to start is today. Somebody was eating mangoes in Venda, and he asked those guys, when did you plow these mangoes? They tried to explain, and it was not making sense. What I'm trying to say is that the best time to plow mangoes is today for tomorrow. So don't postpone. Don't say I'll start in conversation next year. No. The day you guys started this, you are at episode 100. You started, and this is where you are now. There are people who wanted to start at your time. They didn't start. So let's start now. Whatever you want to start this year, that poultry business, start it today.
Wait. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you for having me, guys. May God bless you and God bless your podcast. Continue. Don't stop.
Yeah, thank you.
Something will give in one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conversation with Zebediela and Kamo, and we're out here chilling with Kwenisto. Hey, Tara. For sure, inbox.
And you must not forget. This year, what we are doing with Kwenisto and Pemut, other Thursdays we're going to be going live. We're going to be taking people from their houses to their potential partners. Yes.
You know what? I even forgot to speak about the show that you had. That you submitted at Moja Love.
Yes.
I think it's the same concept where you take your partner to your parents.
Exactly. There's so many things that we can do.
Yeah.
Let's work, young people.
Nah, that's good.
Thank you.
That's great. That's good. Thank you so much.